A walk and talk is a moving master shot that moves in front of, beside, or behind two people as they talk. There is often a lot of exposition needed in films. You need to bring the audience up to speed, or the characters need to learn things. Lots of films take place in living rooms, cafes, offices, and cars, but it can add a new perspective and a fresh energy to have the characters move through their environment as they exchange information. It can also reveal more about their surroundings and where the film is set. The easiest and most common type of moving master is a medium wide shot. This allows you to crop in on singles in the edit to alter the pace of the conversation and have more control. You can only do this if you're shooting with a camera that captures at a higher resolution than the one you plan to deliver in. We were shooting 4K on the Sigma FPL and delivering in 1080p or 2K, so we had the ability to crop in. If your delivery is 4K, then you'll need at least a 6K camera to do this. If you have two practiced actors and a rock-solid script, you're able to shoot the whole scene as a oneer. But if you want control in post-production, it makes sense to get other angles as well. To do this, you'll need to shoot matching angles from the sides. This will give you nice depth. It's also a good idea to shoot the scene from the back so that you have a cutaway and to establish where the characters are heading. It only needs to be a couple of seconds, and the light doesn't need to match exactly. We had the actors walk 90 degrees to where they were actually heading so that they weren't front-lit by the sun. The easiest way to shoot a walk and talk is with a gimbal or Steadicam, with the operator walking backwards as the characters walk forwards. Over rough terrain, or with long shots, the gimbal can be attached to a pipe and have one grip on either end. On flat ground, you can use a rickshaw dolly pushed by a grip to get a very smooth, repeatable shot. You'll need to factor in rest periods for the operator if you're doing long takes. Unlike most Steadicam or gimbal shots, you probably won't need a follow focus because the actors and the camera stay an equal distance apart. With so many moving pieces, it's better to use lav mics than try and have a boom operator walk backwards as well as everybody else. They often get in the way. Unless you're going to light hundreds of feet of pavement, your choice of location, time of day, and shooting direction are going to be your biggest factors in lighting. Try and shoot earlier or later in the day when the sun is behind the actors to give them an edge light. You may also need a matte box with variable ND to reduce exposure and to keep the sun out of the lens. If you need more light on the actors' faces, you can use a bounce board held above or below the eye line of the actors. The person holding this will need to walk backwards with the camera. If you're shooting at night, this can be a soft, battery-powered light source, sometimes called a follow fill. You want to find a background that will not be too bright or too distracting, ideally a couple of stops darker than your actors' faces. If you have a small hill or building behind where the actors are walking, and they're backlit, you should be shooting into the shadow side of the background. Remember, don't have your characters walk across a road or a bike path unless you have total control of the environment. When you're in the zone, it's very easy to forget to look for cars. Dustin Hoffman was almost run over filming Midnight Cowboy when he walked on a red light and almost got hit by a cab. You'll also need to plan the end of your scene. You can use the back angle to have them walk to their destination, or if you're using the front angle, you can let the camera pan slightly and let the characters walk out of frame. The walk and talk is a great way to get a lot of pages in the can, show the environment of your story, and take advantage of natural light.